I think that in building machine learning models for medicine, people often blind themselves to the data and they thinking that they're not going to be able to make sense of it in the first place. Um, and it's intimidating because the experts who interpret these images may have trained for years to be able to do this well. But I think that if you don't actually get in there and look at the data, you can miss important patterns. So I encourage people to get familiar with the examples and inspect the images when you can, because there may be obvious things wrong that you don't need a medical degree to notice. So I can give you an example of this in practice. We were building a model to find pulmonary nodules, which are potential lung cancers, in chest x-rays. And we had built a model that was performing astonishingly well. Obviously, this is very exciting. But when we looked at some of the true positives, these are the cancers that the model was supposedly catching, we found bright circles overlaid on the images. And so these digitized x-rays had pen markings on them from prior interpretations. They put them up on the light box and circled the nodules that they were worried about. And so this obviously invalidated a lot of our work because all this effort had gone into building a very sophisticated circle detector. Clearly this would have been easy to detect if we just spent some time browsing the data and noticing that it was contaminated in this way.
Yeah. It totally sounds like you don't really, for some of these first line passes, you don't really need a medical degree to make sense and like find this, for example, circle sign.
Absolutely. Yeah. So these sorts of patterns can be really stark and easy to see just by thumbing through some of them without having a fellowship training in radiology.